Lyme is really complicated. We didn't even get into biofilms or increased clotting, but those are some things that also complicate this whole picture of chronic Lyme.
So it ends up being a myriad of symptoms, and when we go to the doctor with one symptom, we're not thinking that it's all part of the same story.
Yeah, we have a concept called Occam's razor. And the idea is that when you have all of these different symptoms, there's one root cause, which is Occam's razor, and that would be the root cause. But really, what I've found in my practice is that it's so many different things. It's what's in that bucket. You know, one of the biggest things that makes people susceptible to chronic Lyme disease or to mold exposure really are environmental chemicals. And we are all exposed on a regular basis, not just through our food, it's through the air that we breathe, it's through our personal care products like you shared about, it's in the building materials that we use, it's in our furniture, all of these chemicals. And if we're not doing daily detox and reducing our exposures, we're setting ourselves up, setting our immune systems up for that low-level inflammation and making ourselves more susceptible to things like Lyme and mold exposure. And so it really becomes this total load idea that's super important.
Very good. Well, it's, obviously chronic, and it's plaguing many, many people, and it's ruining people's lives. So I'm very grateful that we were able to talk about it. Is there one thing that you can say that would be an outside of the box kind of curative or aid on the road to recovery that you've discovered?
Yes. We really have to think about the emotional, mental, even spiritual side of things.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is probably really, when you spoke in your introduction, it's about what we tell ourselves, it's about what we believe. We know from studies that people who get chronic illness, 70+% of them have an adverse childhood event.
Interesting.
And adverse childhood events can be loss of a parent, divorce, abuse, different things like that. And so we have to deal with the consequences of those experiences and that trauma. The patients who are willing to look inside of themselves and to heal those traumatic events inside of themselves as part of their journey, when they recognize that the body is trying to speak to them, I think that is the clue to say, this is where you need to go. And when people get a diagnosis of cancer, it's in your face. You have to make that choice, right? Your life is on the line. When you have chronic illness, it's become this insidious thing where you have this slow decline, and there's not that immediate jarring, oh my gosh, I have to do something different.
Right.
But with chronic illness, you have that opportunity every day to say, what is my body saying to me? And what am I telling my body? Am I telling my body that I'm not good enough, that I'm not perfect enough, that I can't do things well enough, or I have to be this?
Or you haven't dealt with pain.
Right.
Because if you don't deal with pain, it's going to lodge itself in your body somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I love that you pulled it around again to our emotions and how we deal with our spiritual life and how we present ourselves in the world all factors in with the global health of how our bodies function. Because that's just so important, and we can't say it enough in this room. I thank you so much, Dr. Kelly. you know, we need like another half hour to unpack all this, because I didn't even realize how many extenuating things came along with the stupid tick bite, but it's really, it's a, right, exactly. That should be your next book. It's just not about the tick. But anyway, I can't thank you enough, and you be well, and I hope you never get a recurrence of that. And thank you for coming. And to everyone here, we're going to take a little lunch break now. Won't that be nice? And we have delicious organic food that's been prepared for you. So you can take a break, you can stretch your legs, you can see some of our tables, you can go to our bookstore, and you can talk to each other and have a little nice lunch and relax and stretch your legs. And then we'll come back and we have a couple of more excellent speakers that I'm very excited for you to hear. That we're going to go a little deeper into the cancer world. So, lunch for the bunch. Enjoy.
Get a quick picture. She's delicious. Oh, it's so